Good evening, folks. Cliff here with Foxit Outdoors. Another lovely Saturday evening. Hope you all are having a glorious weekend. Mine is good so far. Weather permitting. Actually got good weather. Sunny today, but really freaking windy. So good wind chill going today. And well, since nobody's here yet, I'm just gonna sit and ramble. And there's Grace. Good to see you, Grace. Hope you are doing well. I should say. I hope both you and Michael are doing well. And there's Mr. Jason. I will assume Molly shall be shortly after. I almost dumped some stuff off my table here because I got plastic in the way. I need to move stuff again. I have things everywhere. I'm going to put my chocolate syrup back. Did I say Friday? Ooh, shitolio. Let's see if I can edit. Give me a second. Edit. Thank you for catching that, Grace. My brain is toast today. Enter. Aha, righty. Good evening, Colin. All right. Does that say Saturday now on there? Because, yeah, I didn't realize. I just typed it in. I think my brain is mentally unstable right now. I'm sitting here enjoying real jelly beans. Real jelly beans. Not the garbage, junky, flavorless, funky ass Harry Potter ones or like the weird Haribo jelly beans or the ones they do for Easter or whatever. Actual jelly beans. Real jelly beans. 100% real jelly beans. And yes, they have the black ones in here. Evening, Cecilia. So I have my black jelly beans, my cherry ones, the yellow ones that taste weird, the orange ones that taste like orange, purple ones that taste like grape, pink ones taste like grapefruit. I think the white ones are... Oh, and I just finished eating a white one too. I always forget what the white, like coconut flavored kind of. I don't know, let me see. Let me grab another white one. I always forget. Yeah, coconut flavored. Or like kind of like Malibu rum. Hi, Jenny. I think the pink ones are grapefruit. Normally, no. But it's hard finding true jelly beans. Like the ones that actually have the normal flavors. I can go to the store and get jelly beans by the bucket, by the container, like 2-3 pound bucket of jelly beans. But I'm a huge fan of the normal one. Ooh, buttered popcorn ones taste weird. You want to talk about weird jelly beans? I want to know what moron out there making some of these jelly beans knows what the taste of cat barf is in a jelly bean. Like, why would you make a jelly bean that's called cat barf? And first off, how the hell would you know what cat barf tastes like? Like some of them, wrong button. I got jelly beans stuck in my teeth now. There we go. A little better. Or, for that matter, rotted fish. I'm just those. Some of those flavors are just. Yeah, it's like I can understand barf as a flavor for a jelly bean because almost everybody on the planet knows what barf tastes and smells like. Yes. Well, he didn't want to eat them. He was more or less forced to eat them. But yeah, those are those weird Harry Potter ones, which you have no idea what flavor they are because there's two of them that have the same flavors or look exactly the same, but your options are either chalk or wax paper, which would be a weird example. But yeah, essentially the ones that Coach used to eat on Saturdays or Sundays. Just yeah, I'm just those ones boggle my mind because somebody had to create that flavor, taste it, and then agree to the fact that it tasted like that. So yeah, it's just weird. Yes, he is going back to his regular Sunday fun days. We'll see if I make it. His 7 o'clock is usually my 5 o'clock or 6. Yeah, I'm like 2 hours behind him. So I may or may not make Sunday fun day because of the time shift. And just because that's about the time I get home, right at about the time I get home. Depending. But yeah, we'll see if I can make it or not. I'm already starting to get stuff for the greenhouse picked up. I have to go grab them, but give me just a moment. I picked up some new plants today. See, I'm good at popping those damn things. Anywho's, admiring my big old thing of popcorn that I made my mom. Picked up two plants. Obviously, the jelly beans. And yes, for some reason, these are actually proprietary brand jelly beans. These are not sponsored, but that's a TSC. These are TSC jelly beans, $4 a bag, but you know what? I got licorice flavored jelly beans, so I'm stoked. Ooh, toasty rats. Get on them. Get them. Get them, Cecilia. Get them squeakers. Them beakers and squeakers. So I picked up two of these guys today. They look like dead sticks, but they're not dead sticks. Technically they are, but they're not. I decided to get some Fall Gold yellow raspberries. So, yeah, I picked these up. Their zone hardiness is 3 to 10, so they're perfect for my area. According to stats for this year, my zone has actually gone from 7A/B to officially 7B, which is really still essentially the same shit. But I have two of these. I'll be planting these somehow, somewhere. Have to figure out exactly where I'm going to be sticking them. It says size is 1 year, number one, which makes no sense. It's just a raspberry. I'm sorry, if I get these planted the right time, if I'm lucky this year, I will actually have raspberries. Because at the moment, these are dormant. They will not, nothing will grow off these two main stems. Those are pretty much essentially dead. Dead-ish. But yeah, I have those ones I just picked up today. Along with my jelly beans. I just ran over a rock on my chair. That sucked. I didn't like the sound of that. And then for like 25 bucks, I picked up this Little Fiskars pruning kit. Comes with the really nice pair. Ooh, I kind of like that actually. Ooh, check that out. Could only see one side, so all I saw was this side. But check this out. There is. Let me unlock it. I figure out how. There is serrations. Well, not really serrations, but like jimping on the inside of the blade here. Oh, that's greasy. And it's not your standard flat edged, it's not flat on that side. There's a small little chamfer groove right there, like a little taper. It's not very large. It's very subtle, but it's just enough. But yeah, that's kind of neat. There's like little grooves on there. You can see them right there. Little grooves. Use my forehead as a background as always. They are funky spring loaded, so I've always been wary of these weird springs. Man, that locks really tight. Decent pruning blade. Pretty light, actually. Composite handle, naturally, but pretty thin blade, actually. So that's not going to be cutting a lot of large trees, but oh, and there you go. Look at that. The hole, the thing's closed, and the blade does not go poke through the hole, so you can actually put a lanyard on it. So there you go. Picked up those today. Part of my gardening stuff, gardening supplies, because I am getting ready. Probably within the next week or so, I'm actually going to start planting outside. Hey, Molly, how's it going? Haven't decided what I'm going to plant. Most of my large planters are used for other various growth of fruits and vegetables. Yes, I understand this is technically a fruit. Well, actually, it's a berry. But it's still technically a fruit. I don't know. It's a weird classification for these things. They're under some funky stuff. But I did, however, get shocked today. I was surprised. The rents picked up another cattle trough for me, which I wasn't expecting. So I have that to work with now. But I won't be able to plant anything in there and probably till the middle of June, July, because once I got to start getting it set up and ready. But it's going to be going essentially at the end of my green archway that I have toward the backyard. It'll be going in the middle. I'll be getting another archway, same kind of archway that I already have in there. Sorry. As I already have the extra piece of material to put in there, I will have that to use as a skin. So I'll have the trellised archway with the horse panel, which is what they're calling them now. It's not cattle panel, which is strange. I'll have that over there as the skin, and then I'm basically going to have it offset because I can't have two archways dead center, so one's going to be back because the way the troughs sit. So if I had some paper, I could actually show you guys what the hell I'm talking about. But I don't because, yeah, I usually don't have stuff prepared for when I need stuff prepared. But essentially, I'm going to have three troughs, one in the middle, two on the end, and then I'm going to have one archway set up here and one archway set here off center. This way, it still allows me to reach from at least one side or the other to where the trellis aspects are. So hopefully it'll do good. We'll see. And if not, I can always figure out a way to adjust stuff. Which I don't mind adjusting things. It's how everything gets grown. Ooh, I'm actually looking at the inside of that. I don't like that. Sits right on that. Might have to take a sander, try to cut out. Nah, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, it'll be new trellis system, or at least another set in the archway paths that we're working on, or that I'm going to be working on. Well, it's kind of an unexpected thing, but you know what? It is what it is, and it'll give us more space to grow, and I can get more food going. I still have a bunch of carrots in the ground. Mind you, at this point, they're little carrots. Most of them aren't going to be any bigger than half an inch, maybe 3/4 inch wide. Some of them I was yanking out yesterday weren't even more than 2 or 3 inches long, but I had to pull them out when I was doing the archway system in the front because I needed to have that space cleared for when I was pounding in the T-posts because I didn't want to like obliterate my carrots. So I cleared out all the carrots within about a 2-3 inch radius of where my T-post was going. Nailed those in, and you know what? I still don't think I posted that dang video. I was going to post it yesterday, but I completely forgot. So I guess I'll try to remember to post that tomorrow. But yeah, I got the video for it finished, all finished up and ready to go. I might just throw some lights on there, some rope lights, the solar rope lights. That way I have some sort of illumination when I'm over there at night, so it kind of looks cool. Haven't decided if I'm going to wrap it or how I'm going to do it. I don't know. It's going to be weird. I have to figure out what I want to do with that 100%, but I haven't. The last video I put out should have just been the step 1 of the step. It should have been the first video in the final stages of the greenhouse. I mean, the trellis system. Sorry, Project Trellis. I have to go to my channel studio. Yeah, getting so many videos on plant these in February. It's like, dude, it's like still 40 degrees over here at night. I don't even remember the. Yeah, no, Project Trellis was not the completed one. That was the latest video was Project Trellis. So I have the completed video, which I still have to post. Let's see, content. Yeah, that one was 357. Let me double check. Double check. Yeah, so I still have to do post the finalized product. If you guys want, I can post it now and you guys can watch it later, or I can wait till tomorrow and post it to at least get a some sort of regularity on posting videos. Like I said, I was going to post it on Friday, but I completely forgot. And then when I finished it on Thursday, I was too tired, completely forgot, and then I was on Colin's live stream. So I completely just spaced doing it. I know I mentioned it, but I just forgot about it. Oh, speaking of which, while I'm at it on my YouTube channel, might as well see if I can find myself on my live and pop out my chat. That way I have my chat. I'm not doing red beets. Beets are gross. As much as I'd like to win $100, not going to happen. I don't like growing beets because they're disgusting. That's weird, but anyways. Let's see. YouTube does not want to post my stuff today, so I have to find myself yet again. Mute myself, so I'm muted. That way I don't have to worry about unmuting myself later when I'm not muted. Whoa, let's try that again. All right, I think we're all sort of more or less squared away at this point. Yes. I'm getting tomorrow. Yep, it was the second half because the first one was just me saying, "Hey, look, I'm starting the last final steps of finishing this project, which was supposed to be finished last season, but I never got a chance to do it because I was busy with other stuff." And yeah, so I just didn't have enough time last year to do it. So I finished it this season. Thankfully, I managed to finish it before the start of the new season. So hopefully it'll give a lot of my dirt enough time to resettle in the holes. I've already watered in 2 of the corners on my square, my little short planters, not the big main one. So I just gotta wait for that to settle in. That soil is actually really, really good, which is going to be nice to grow stuff in there the next year or this season. I kind of sort of have a plan as to what I'm growing. I still have, what's really funny is I still have my original plans on what I was actually planning on growing the last time. Which is really funny. So here's the diagram originally for my compost bin that I have in between the vehicles. So there's the compost bin on the backside and the front growing sector. And then I have this whole thing. Wow, that thing is getting messed up. I was working on this. This was my planting guide for all my other planters. And that was my second planting guide on what I was going to do. Yep. And I never actually got to doing that, like even in the remote least closest possible framework of my planning and organization. Okay, I'll be right back. So yeah, I think I maybe stuck to 2 or 3 of those guidelines, and everything else was just absolutely random. The ones that are going to be 100% kept with are the ones that are already annuals that are just going to keep coming back, or my perennials. I can't even remember which one's which, but yeah, my blackberry wall, that one's going to be a permanent one. No, it's 652 over here. I'd be more happy when I get to 600. I'd be super happy to get to 600. I'd like to see if I can get 1,000 and potentially monetize this year, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so blackberry wall, that's going to pretty much stay where it's at because I could move it, but I'm really not going to try to move those planters. Those things are going to weigh a freaking metric butt ton. And I just don't have the means of moving them. I don't have a forklift I can slide them up and just drive them around the yard. So they will stay there. They're pretty much permanent there. The other containers, my brown wooden raised beds, those will stay there as long as they stay there before they either rot out or just whatever, just straight die. At which point I'll probably just have to cut the wood and burn the wood because that's about all it's going to be good for. And then I might have to actually change my method and go to some birdies raised beds, maybe. I don't know. We shall see. But again, I can't really do the birdies because the birdies are they don't have a floor. So they're open containers, so everything can just drain out into the yard or into the soil. But the problem here is I have a cottonwood tree up front that has slowly worked its way towards some of my planters. And I have found evidence of roots in there digging up and moving stuff. And that stuff's like 20 feet, 30 feet away. I thought you had it already. But I guess I can send that out again. I gotta start sending people stuff out, but I am. Yeah, I'll send that out later. Yeah, buddy. And then I had an unexpected live yesterday, but I couldn't watch it because I was at work. But yeah, so anyways, keeping with the theme, trying to at least. Yeah, I'm just looking for. I'm already getting antsy. Like I'm straight getting antsy. Yeah, I saw that. I was busy listening to Russell and randomly looking at. What was I doing? I was just watching Netflix. Yeah, like I'm getting like super, super antsy about getting out into the garden and starting to grow, man. I'm like itching to get stuff in the ground, like big time itching to getting outside and getting some yard time done. I like spending time out there. I like spending time out there. Sometimes I'd rather be outside than inside. See, that's a funny thing. I hear from him all the time. There we go. Yeah. I don't know, for those of you that do garden or that are in like heavy into gardening, I don't know how like antsy or whatnot you guys are, how you guys are to be getting outside, but I am slowly. I mean, I've still got technically 6 weeks. We've got February, technically most of March. I mean, well, actually, I got 10 weeks technically because my theoretical prophesized last frost date is usually around April 12th. But I've learned to plant about 1 to 2 weeks before that because I usually don't get it. Last year, we never even got our last frost date. We went from cold snap to like 60 degrees in 2 weeks. So we'll see what we have this year. It's getting a little bit warmer, so I might actually be able to go earlier this year. Who knows? I am, however, going to, like I said, I am going to be planting those blackberry. Sorry, the golden raspberries. God, I'm gonna have to start calling them goldberries. Can't call them raspberries because they're not raspberry colored. They're goldberries. But yeah, I'm like really itching to get out in the garden again, like really badly. I got to do a little bit of work in the greenhouse when it's warm enough and I can take my plants out because I got a little bit of repair work. Well, not repair work. It's more of a readjustment. I got to get some stuff adjusted in there. I kind of don't want to, but I kind of need to because if I don't, I could potentially run the risk of an electrical short and other stuff like that. So I need to do what I got to do in there to get everything situated. So if I have a nice rainy season, it's not going to affect anything. I've also got to replace like 5 panels in there, 4 or 5 panels. I got to replace the 2 front ones on either side, not the south facing ones, the east and west facing panels on the bottom. I got to replace those two, and then I got to replace 2 of the panels on top. So I have to go buy me some coroplast. I was considering plexiglass, but the problem with plexiglass is that stuff is like 3 times more expensive than the coroplast. Hey, taking care of the rhubarb is still gardening. So yeah, I am just absolutely. Oh, I so want the season to start already, and I know other people are already gardening in February, but they're also in warmer climate. Yeah, it's because that's because Canada's got like ridiculous winter. I was telling people I was already planting outside, and they're like, "I still got like 4 months of winter." I'm like, "I'm sorry." And that's all my Canadian friends or those that I know in Canada can't plant yet because it's still too cold. Ground's frozen. And here I got like I could probably start planting next month and be fine. Now you got once you get them started, you got to keep them going, but you got to understand when you're in your house, you can't water them every day because you're not getting direct sunlight in all of your house. If you have a grow lamp, it'll work that way. Just keep that grow light real low. Which I got to start getting mine set up. It's just going to be on the floor over here. I have bar. I have the actual Ferrymore's bar grow light for my planters, so that's going to work perfect for that once I get the seedlings, or once I get my seed starts in there. Which I still have no idea where I put my stakes. I had a whole bunch of little plastic stakes that I could write on there with a marker what I had on there when I planted it. And I have no idea where that whole package went. Like I had it and then it was just gone. Like gone like a fart in the wind. It just disappeared. That is unfortunate, Cecilia. That is definitely unfortunate. Oh, snap. I just got my finger stuck in there. I was trying not to, but dang it. There we go. Playing with magnets. Yeah, most growing pads, unless you pay attention to the sizes, you're going to get the little short ones that are either good for like 136 cell tray, but majority of them, I think majority of almost every heat pad I've ever seen so far is big enough for a 72 cell. They're like the 2-footers. Cecilia, you got to get some sleep. Got to get some sleep. And I don't even, the thing is, I don't even know what to plant in my planting trays. I bought them because I had the heat mat, but then I bought another heat mat. So now I have. I just thought about that. I could use both heat mats, one on top, one on bottom. Ooh, nice warming center. Or I could just go buy another tray. Which I find it really funny. So when I went and checked at Walmart, I'm just gonna say Walmart. I don't even care. They can YouTube can smack me all they want. They can eat a big old fat horse cock. But yeah, they sell watering trays. So they sell the you can buy the Ferrymore's kit, which will come with the clamshell, the base tray, and then the inserts. And then on the side, they sell a like seedling watering tray. So if you have extra seed trays that you're not using, or that you've may or may not have misplaced the bottom tray for, they basically just have a seedling tray where you can stick your seedlings in there and keep it watered. And Colin's back. But yeah, so I have the base tray and then the big seedling tray. And the funny thing is, the lid, the greenhouse dome for the original package fits right on top of that new tray. Like it is so weird. It just sits like perfectly. Yeah, how well do loofahs go in your area? Because I personally have hundreds of seeds at this point, which I still have to get sent out. I got to make sure I got everybody's. I still got to do the seeds for those ones. I still got to make sure I got to package those ones. So I got to send those ones out to a few people. I know they'll do real well in Jason's area. Don't know how well they'll do in Canada, but might take 2 or 3 years to get, I guess, acclimated to the Canadian climate. But it is what it'll be. It'll be what it'll be. I still got to get some stuff sorted out here and there on what's going to get sent where and what I'm going to send out. Okay. Hopefully it's research on getting your vehicle fixed. Oh, let's see. Aside from that, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine's good so far. Can't complain too much. Could have complained yesterday, but I didn't. There's no point. Nobody cares. Nobody listens. But yeah, doing good today. This is dry week number 3, I believe. Yeah, week 3. No, yeah, second week after the fun that we're dry. So yeah, might maybe take it up next week. I don't know. We'll see. Because I still have my unlimited free on my thingy over here because I paid for the premium. So I have the extra hours. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys, since you guys have such a short growing season, I don't. Unless you have a greenhouse, I don't think growing loofahs is conducive to your area. Because you would have to have a full on like a high tunnel, like a heated high tunnel, in order to grow. Because them things, oh, I swear, man, if I would have let that climb straight up the wall on something, that sucker probably would have reached 30 or 40 feet. And they'll grip onto stuff too. They'll wiggle into. They have what I like to call the climbing tendrils, similar to squash, cucumbers, squash. I almost said pickles, but that's the after product. But yes, they have those little climbing tendrils. It's usually like 3, 4 inches long, really skinny. Looks like a little monkey's tail, and it just curls around everything and just hangs on for dear life. I don't understand personally how something that thin can hold the weight of a plant when it has a 3 or 4 pound cucumber hanging off of it. Like it just boggles the mind. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be putting one on my fence this year. I'm gonna start. That's gonna be one of the sections I start with. I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna do in my 72 cell. I might just go get a 12 and just start with those and see what I can get out of there. Hopefully, I can get some to germinate. I mean, last year I got lucky with the 3 that I planted from Jason. For the ones I got from Jason, he gave me 5. I planted 3. I saved 2 of them, which are I think now in my seed bucket. Other that, or they're still sitting over there on my shelf or dresser. But those ones, I think if I would have planted them right when I got back from vacation, they might have gotten a little bigger and they might have gotten a little bit better on the seeds, but it was what it was. I was lacking, I was slacking, and I was dead honest being lazy. There was a lot of things I planted way, way late. Probably about 8 plants I planted way late. No, about 15 plants I planted way too late, and yeah, just they didn't grow as well as I would have liked, but everything is a learning. Everything is learning, especially with the loofahs. I'd never grown loofahs before, so planting that was a learning curve. I know better next year not to plant them the way I planted them. If I'm going to plant anything like that, they're going on a fence or some sort of structure that's just going to take over an area. Or I got to find something that's grows higher, and if I have to, climb up there with a ladder to pick off the fruits and vegetables or the growth of my labor. So, there's that. Aside from that, I'm looking forward to growing up on the 4 new on my 4 trellises that I have on the archway system or Project Trellis. I am super looking forward to growing on that one. I know 2 of them are going to be beans. Guaranteed 2 of them are going to be beans. I think 1 might be squash, zucchinis, or whatnot. We'll see. I can't plant anything at the base of my trees. The tree I have in the front yard is driving way, so I can't plant anything over there without risk of getting it run over. And the other tree that I have remaining in the property is covered by rocks. So I can't plant anything by my trees. But I have other means of areas where I can grow. And I have, what's really weird is, so I have a like 5.5 by 5.5 square piece of cattle horse panel from what I cut off when I was doing the blackberry wall. I basically just cut the whole end off of that thing because it was too long. So I have a big old square that I usually just have covered over my the front grid of my compost square rectangle, usually just to keep the cats from going in there and shitting in my dirt. Hard for them to shit in there when I can't stand on it. But I have that. So what I was thinking with that is, if necessary, I can go buy some 6-foot T-posts, just randomly nail them into a section in the yard, and grow my loofahs on that. Actually, I could just nail that straight into the ground with some 5-footers, or the ones I've been buying. Nail those. I could nail those into the back corner, against the back wall of the compost sector, and I could grow like 3 or 4 to 5 bushes on that, and just let them grow up that thing, because that thing's like 5 feet high. Pretty sure it would do pretty well. If not, I can still do the same aspect, but I have a 2-foot wide by like 8 or 9 foot long. Yeah, it's like 7 or 8. So I think it's like 8 feet, 7 or 8 feet, something in there. I have one of those, but it's only like 2 feet wide. It's a black one that I could probably do the same thing with, just nail it into the ground, tie it on there, and then I could just put like 1 or 2 plants and just let it grow on that. Probably better off growing, if I did, with at least a little bit of chicken wire on there. Might wrap some chicken wire around it, so I have a smaller gridded structure for the stuff to grab onto and grow. But we'll see. I've still got a lot of stuff to figure out before I start planting this year. My carrots are still growing, but I think what I'm going to end up doing with that one is, if they don't start growing anymore, I think I'm just going to pull everything out, shred it up as best I can, throw it into compost so I can get some more compost out of that. Maybe some worms. I might just throw that in a bucket with some dirt and a couple of worms and see what happens. Or I might actually start attempting to do worm farming, which could be good. I might do a 3-tiered bucket set up for worm farming and see how that works. Since every time you buy a bucket, you get a lid with it, I'll have 3 lids and 3 buckets. Well, then you're going to need 2 lids. Actually, I'll buy 4. That way I have the extra one that I can just swap them out with. And then at the bottom, I'll have the compost tea, which I can just add to any of my watering mixes, or just use as a standalone hot fertilizer. Hopefully it won't burn my plants, but most of the plants I have need high fertilizer anyway, especially blackberries and raspberries. Them suckers love fertilizer. I have apparently found out. So this year I got to get I need to actually dump a good amount of fertilizer on my blackberries this year. Last year they didn't do so well because I think they used up all the nutrients in the container. So I'm going to have to, I think I'll just do a mix of fertilizer and worm compost, or worm castings. Oh, that sucks. Buckets and lids are sold separate there. That's stupid. Down here in the U.S., you buy a 5-gallon bucket, it comes with the lid. Even trash cans. Trash cans are the same way. You buy a 55-gallon trash can, the price of the trash can technically covers the cost of the lid. Hey, Lori, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. We are currently in hot pursuit talk on gardening. I'm currently speaking on the plans that I have for this season, because I have a lot of stuff to do, and I've got not a lot of projects, thankfully, other than like 1 or 2 that I would like to get completed. I'm just not going to work on them at the moment because it's not warm enough, and I need warm enough weather to keep my plants outside overnight so they don't freeze to death. So once that happens, I can finish the last micro project I have in the greenhouse, which, to be honest, I think I'm going to do it on both sides, which is going to give me an extra 4 poles, 4 shelf posts, which means I can put the shelving unit somewhere else because I think I have like 3 or 4 shelves just randomly somewhere. I don't remember. I have them outside. Actually, I think I have 2 of them in here. No, I have my little short ones in here. But somewhere outside, I have the my 6-foot shelves for my 3-footers for my metal shelving. I got like 3 or 4 random loose shelves out there somewhere. Ooh, well, that's unfortunate. Not the moving part. The moving is good, but it also sucks. But as long as you're moving somewhere that'll make it easier for you to do whatever it is you are doing for the reason why you're moving, then kudos, my dear friend. Kudos. I hope the move goes smoothly. And you might still find that when you get to wherever you're going, you might find that you will still have time to plant a few things here and there. Hey, Obstacle, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good weekend. So far, it is a fairly happy Saturday. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Yeah, see, there you go. I mean, unless you're moving in like the middle of October, you got to look at the positive side on it. If you're moving early enough in the season, wherever you get to, and if that's your final for the rest of your life destination, it might still, as if you're there before June, you still got plenty of time to grow. Still got plenty of time to grow. You can start a small little herb patch. Might get some tomatoes in the ground. Could have enough time to grow some lettuce. Radishes are always a possibility because those are usually max up to like 45 days for radishes. So, I mean, that's a month and a half to grow radishes. You can grow buckets of radishes if you have to. Potatoes take a long time. Potatoes are like 120 plus days for the most part. Potatoes take a while. Now, if you happen to have potato starts already in, say, 30-gallon bucket or 10-gallon trash can or a laundry basket that you just decided, or hell, even a tote. As long as you have a tote inside of a tote, so when you water it, it drains. As long as if you started in a tote, say, I don't know, like a month or 2 before you move, and make sure it's a tote that doesn't have the folding lids that intermesh like this. Make sure it has one of the solid lids, like just one piece lid. Because what you can do is you can use the lid as a catch basin for water. It won't hold a lot because you still have the depth of the container sitting in it, and those lids are usually only about an inch and a half, about an inch deep. Inch deep, and then you got like the grid pattern. So depending on what kind of tote you get, but yeah, you can start them now and move to where you're going and just throw the tote outside in the grass or the yard, side yard, whatever. Maybe by the end of the season you'll have potatoes. Hey Doug, how's it going? Good to see you south. Hope the weather is doing well over there in Florida. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too wet or too cold at the moment. But yeah, anywhere you go, I mean, it doesn't take long. Hey Amanda, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend, or a fantastic Sunday, I should say. Oh, man. Freaking Doug's got shorts weather over there. Man, I wish it was 68 over here. I think we got a high of like 55, but it was like windy as heck today. I'll check the weather here in a bit. I'll check it now, but yeah. It's never, Lori, it's never too late to garden, unless you start in the middle of winter, in which case that's way too damn late. But it also depends on what you're growing. There are some crops that actually do better in the wintertime because they like colder weather. So it could be a trade-off depending on what you want to grow. I, for one, know full well that carrots need warmer weather, and they take a long time to grow. Amanda, again, that's twice you got sunburned. Put some damn sunscreen on, girl. Yeah, our high was 52 today, but we had like 15, 20 mile an hour winds all day long. I know, because I almost got squashed by my door at work. I was trying to get in and the wind kept trying to, like, it blew the door at me. Currently 11 miles an hour winds, but it was a lot higher than that earlier. And 15% for the dew points. Visibility is 10 miles. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, you need some new sunscreen. I'd send you some if I could make it through the mail without knowing full well it wouldn't explode. Well, that too, I definitely agree on that one. They make sun shirts. They're lightweight shirts that'll keep you from getting fully burnt to a crisp. I've actually got one somewhere. It's a bass fishing one that I got from Josh Taylor over at Captain Josh Taylor. It's a Florida YouTube channel that does a lot of charter fishing. But yeah, I got that one on a giveaway. Love that shirt, man. That thing is, it's a sick shirt. It's a wicked sick shirt. I love it. I need to get the Redfin one. Yeah, I've got it. It's buried somewhere up in here under my massive pile of clothes and fabrics. Ooh, low 30s? Yeah, low 30s is better than freezing. But yeah, I've got a few of those lightweight shirts, man. Those things they come in super handy when it's like 110 degrees outside and you got like no cloud cover and the UV rays down here. Oh my God, I swear I swear I feel like it's just a Southwest area. Like you get to like three or four, like the 4 states down here, like the desert states, New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, Nevada. And I swear you get to those 4 states, you walk outside in the sun for 20 minutes without a damn shirt on, and you feel like you're being cooked under a magnifying glass. Like, I shit you not. Jason can attest for this, which is probably the reason why he has a whole bunch of them sun shirts. Because he knows full well you walk outside in the middle of summer in that heat, and it's hot. It's uncomfortably hot. But like 2 hours into your day, that yellow orb up there just, I swear it's like an angry kid upstairs with a giant ass magnifying glass just toasting your ass. Oh, you got the same nasty UVs down there too? Ooh, 80 degrees and Amanda's loving it. All right, well, apparently I now know that, well, we all now know because she just literally posted it in the comments. Amanda's bum naked. She's under underoos. She's wearing her underoos. It's not Kincaid, it's Kink-aid. You could call him something else, but I'm not going to be the one to say it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I just realized I have a pocket of green. Like, I shook my jelly beans up, and look, I got those little pocket of green jelly beans right there. And on the other side, it's really weird, a whole bunch of red and pink, like a whole bunch of red ones. So strange. And then right dead center in the middle, I got a whole patch of black ones. What brand or what? My jelly beans? How's it going, AT? How you doing? The jelly beans aren't a brand. These are TSP. These are Tractor Supply jelly beans. I got them at Tractor Supply, and they are it says artificially flavored, but damn near everything's artificially flavored except unless you're eating fruits and vegetables. But yeah, no, these are Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply. And these are the good jelly beans. So long as you like the taste of black licorice. If not, don't eat the black ones. I am one of the weird ones. I like the taste of black jelly beans. Or black licorice. I am very strange. I am very strange. It's blue raspberry, actually, is that one, and that's a combination of 3 different flavors. It's banana, strawberry, and something else. But yeah, that's where because blue raspberry, there's no blue raspberries. It's just raspberry. But yeah, I saw that the other day. I ran across that for something. Is that the blue raspberry flavoring is a combination technically of 3 different flavors. It's like banana, strawberry, and something else. Yeah, it's obviously. I've been to Europe. I've had European liquors like like what they call black licorice over there, because that stuff is everywhere in Europe, everywhere. I don't know if it's just like a European thing that they like black licorice, but all right. Oh, I know. Just like back in the day when red dye number 40 used to be technically made from beaver ass, but yeah, I think that was a load of BS just to get people to stop eating red dye number 40, but whatever it is, it is. I've got a couple more minutes, folks. I will throw the link in here for those who want to pop up and chat. Would like to continue the conversation on gardening tonight as much as physically possible, because we are getting close to gardening season, and I know there's a couple of us in here that are looking forward to it. One of them's probably currently sitting at his desk drinking coffee and getting barked at. Or he's getting squeaked at. Who knows? It depends on which item said four-legged baby has in his current possession. He's either not got the squeaker, which means he's barking, or he's got the squeaker, which means he's squeaking. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, let me mute my TV real quick. I was currently in the process of watching Pacific Rim because had it on TV and said, why not? Ooh, look, I got 14 people. Yeah, look at me go. Oh, you missed the conversation at the beginning of this. We were talking about the jelly beans because I have my TSP supply jelly beans. These are your standard, normal, original Generation 1 jelly beans. Well, probably the 40th reiteration of Generation 1 jelly beans. But these are the ones that have the so-called true flavoring or the artificial flavoring that a lot of us older generations grew up eating. So, like for instance, the green one was lime. white one was coconut-ish. This one was like grapefruit. You had, I think this one was banana, something like that. Banana or lemon. Sorry, lemon. You had these ones, which it looks black on screen, but if you're actually looking at it, it's purple. Like, it's purple. Then you had, let's see, orange and cherry. I'm missing one because there's 8 flavors. Where is the last one? I am missing a color. Oh, the purple ones. And then the purple one, which was technically grape. So 8 flavors, 8 of the, I would say, original jelly bean flavors that most of us grew up eating. Damn right I ate them all. Yeah, it's like extreme, like dark purple. Which throws me off when I hear the word blacklight. Shit ain't black, it's purple. That's why everything in the room glows, and when you have those on, they're purple, they're not black. If you had black light, you're stuck in the middle of a black hole. Because that's the only way you're getting black light. In a black hole. Black light does not exist. It is a funky purple. Oh, squeaker on the penguin. Oh, so he ate the squeaker on the penguin. Nice. But yeah, anyways, going back to the taste of beaver anus. You were talking about jelly beans now. Going back to that. At the beginning of this live, on some of the weird Harry Potter flavors, because the Harry Potter jelly beans have some of the nastiest damn flavors I've ever seen. I still want to know to this very day, what a-hole sat there after a cat barfed, went over there, sniffed it, licked it, and ate it to see what cat barf tasted like in order to make a cat barf jelly bean or dog vomit. So yeah, I can understand the taste of grass. I can even understand tree leaves. I've eaten tree leaves before just because why not? Taste of bark. We all know what bark tastes like. Tastes like wood. I mean, there are some like funky tasting ones, like sour milk. Like, who in their right mind wanted to make that as a jelly bean flavor? That is like the worst, possibly the worst flavor aside from vomit or rotted fish. Oh man, I can only imagine if they did lead paint chips. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, you got things like toe jam. Toe jam is a flavor of jelly bean. And I'm just like, who in their right freaking mind was sitting there licking feet to find out what toe jam tasted like? And then made it in a jelly bean. And then made 2 flavors of the same jelly bean with the exact same colors, but one is toe jam and the other one's like mayonnaise. Like, even that. I like the taste of mayonnaise, but I sure as hell don't want to eat it in a jelly bean. Like, the whole purpose of a jelly bean is to eat something sugary and sweet. Not eat that and find out you're eating fucking rotting mustard. Oh, I know there are, but it just to go to the extent of making toe jam as a flavor for jelly bean. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually sweaty balls flavored. I'm pretty sure it's just the name of the ice cream, but still. Like as I've gotten older, I understand the concept of the word rocky road. It's chunky shit. It's what it is. It's chunky shit. But I will still eat the hell out of Rocky Road ice cream because that was one of my favorite ice creams growing up as a kid. That or mint chocolate chip. Salty sweaty balls. Chef special. But yeah. The strange flavors they come up with jelly beans. or 4 jelly beans is just blows my mind. Yeah, there are some gross ones. There are some severe gross jelly beans, and I'm just like, why? Why? I'm surprised they haven't come up with a rat fart one. Like, how the hell do you know what a rat fart tastes like? But anyways, getting off topic, just because I wanted to bring that up again because they were talking about jelly beans. Back to that. So we are going to throw this up here. I have rambled on for long enough. I could probably go for another 2 hours. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm a little tired, but I'm super happy to the fact that I have gotten to a position in the season for gardening where I am not super far behind, and I don't know where the fucking hell I'm going on this. Hey, do me a favor, folks, hit that thumbs up while you're in here. I got 13 or 14 of you all in here, and I got 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up because I thumbed up myself. There was a brand, yeah, I think it was Jelly Bellies. I think they have no, Alberta's, I think is what it is. Alberta's jelly beans. They have like true flavor ones. And those ones I actually really like. Those ones come in like the kind of like a white bag or like a white like a plasticky container. I have this one in the basement.
Salutations, everyone.
Salutations, greetings, gentlemen.
Konnichiwa, how's everybody?
Colin is blurry.
Not my choice. I'm just blurry. I'm fuzzy at the edges anyway.
Nope, I got my bag of Miracle Grow so I can get my seeds started this upcoming weekend.
You think that would work up here?
No.
Oh, dang.
I haven't gotten any of my, I still have my Miracle Grow seed or my, the stuff that like, when you sprinkle it out looks like little round balls.
Oh, okay.
Usually they come in the green shaker containers. I have
okay. Yeah, the fertilizer.
Yeah, the fertilizer balls.
Yeah.
For the Miracle Grow fertilizer, the hard fertilizer. I have like 2 packs of that still. Because I bought a whole bunch of them when they were on sale at Walmart when they were going out, when they clearanced them out for the season.
Yeah.
I bought 4 of them because they were like $8 a piece. I was like, I'm not paying $14 for this shit. I saw them for like $8. I was like, ooh, I'm getting a whole bunch of these. I also picked up like 6 packs of the tomato and vegetable organic food spikes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's talking about Colin's avatar. Well, anyways,
it looks like a little skull.
Yeah,
it's a tree of life.
Looks like a little skull.
Yeah, I picked up that bag.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I picked up that 2 cubic
tree of life
foot bag for less than $8.
Did it have a hole in it?
Nope.
How'd you get a 2 cubic foot bag of fertilizer for less than $8?
That's the going price. The 1 foot's like $4.25.
I guess that makes sense because I usually get my my 1.5s are usually about $4 or $5 each.
But this is the Miracle Grow brand, not the off brand.
I have electronic dice roller on Google.
There you
go.
Hey, hon, say hi.
Hi.
No, I still have I think it's King's brand fertilizer. Well, yeah, fertilizer. What the heck is it? Manure.
Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna go check because now my brain's forcing me to go outside to actually look at what the package is so I can be correct.
Yeah, I just need to get the light out there and start planting some seeds. I'll plant some more asparagus. So in about 3 more years, we'll have a lot of asparagus.
Jenny likes asparagus. I don't.
Because the celery, yeah. I think I got celery growing from last year. I planted seeds last year. They didn't go. This year, I'm seeing.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
So yeah, I think it kind of like about 15 plants out there. Yeah, yeah. I had that bag of seeds, and I sprinkled them in there with the what you call it, with the onions and the squash. It didn't do well this year over there. It did well in the full sun.
All right, it's a Grow King steer manure is what I have, and those are usually I can usually get those for like $5 or $6 a bag. And then the other thing I grabbed was the end of last season was this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Camera, when you decide to unblur yourself, is I picked up a whole bunch of these.
Oh, the pet food steaks, yeah. From the old farmers.
They're straight for tomato and vegetable.
Yeah, 646.
Yep.
What do they look like? I can't really see a picture of them, so I wouldn't know.
It's right there in the back, that little brown stick.
How big or round is it? How long is it? That kind of thing.
That size. That's the actual size of it right there.
Oh.
It's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 1 3/4 inches maybe. I don't know what the hell that tape measure.
Yeah, because I actually think I got some celery growing.
Yeah,
I put some seeds out
2
last
inches.
year, and now they're going now.
Nice. Yeah, mine are still slowly growing in the greenhouse. I'm hoping they're generating roots.
Yeah. But no, these are from seed from last year.
Oh wow.
They didn't germinate last year, and then I just scratched them off, and now they're growing.
And Andy.
Hi, Mandy.
Morning.
Hey, Mandy. There's Jenny for you.
Hi, Jenny.
God, that's almost the same color as my shirt. Now I got dirt flavored jelly bean.
Only on the outside.
Yeah, on the inside it's gonna taste like lemon.
Manure.
Lemon, huh?
Yeah, they
Would
do
not
kind of look
be
like
appreciated.
cinnamon sticks. But they actually look more like the incense cones than anything else. I mean, it literally, probably the closest description I can give you that it looks like an incense cone.
It's a tall thin one, right?
Fertilizer. Oh, and that's what I put in my pepper plants last year. I put like 4 of those in there. I was like sticking them in between the plants. And freaking plants got like 3 feet tall almost. Should have trimmed them down is what I should have done, and it would have kept them from growing out so high.
That you should have.
You be quiet.
Yeah, you can definitely start planting indoors. That's what I plan on doing here in the next couple of weeks.
We're going to try to get everything fixed and up and running before we do anything else. So,
Yeah,
reliable transportation takes precedence.
yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out the
Look.
growing the seeds in the greenhouse. Where it's gonna be a lot warmer than my shop.
Oh, they'll do real good in there.
You like my
Put them more like
thumbnail
put them in the center. Yeah, you a little toasty, Manda.
Yeah.
Little toast.
Again.
I put sunscreen on.
Not enough, apparently. Up your SPF.
Where did you put it on your hands?
I put it on my face, my ears, my neck, my shoulders, and I got the boss lady to put it on my back.
What SPF are you using?
It's the
4?
sports one. It's like
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the sport SPF is like SPF like 20.
She needs something a lot heavier,
no, it's
like 50 or above.
Hang on.
You realize sport sunscreen is more or less waterproof.
Yes, for when you sweat. That's all it's for.
Yeah, and
It's
I
for
was
swimming.
sweating bowls yesterday.
Yeah, you need to get one of those wicking shirts. They're
There you
loose.
go. I
A
did
fishing
have
shirt would
one,
work.
but I was
Yeah, the
cooking.
wicking shirts.
Come on.
Oh, that's 50. You need 50.
Oh,
probably-
that's your problem. It's Banana Boat, not Croc.
I don't know, Croc here.
I don't even bother using sunscreen. After like 2 or 3 days out in the sun, I just turn brown.
Me too.
I just cover up.
Ian
Man.
burns like
I burn.
yeah,
See,
he's
it's
like he's a vampire or something.
It's because he is a vampire. He's like head to toe
power
covered.
stay. Very high protection, 50 plus.
You know they actually have SPF 100 now.
Yeah, I may need it.
I've actually seen 110 once.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you could do with SPF 110, but it's out there.
Yeah, just get a bucket of clay, put some water in there, and smear it on you.
Now I'm thinking about
Mud
it.
works the same way.
I'm not sure if you knew about it yet, Jason. I did the Hatchet movie yesterday.
Yeah, I was online with Iowa Trapper last night.
I didn't see you there. I looked.
I was on Iowa Trapper.
Okay.
Well, no,
Well-
I was in the chat.
Okay.
I was
So
on John's live small water charters, but then I was the boss man rocked up with his wife, so I had to work on the truck.
you didn't actually get a good survival kit until the end of the movie, which really sucked.
Yeah.
They actually had old school mountain house in that survival kit. Try to remember when that movie came out and you realize what they actually had in that thing. So it was like interesting.
Obstacle, how big of a greenhouse are you looking to get? Like a little, just kind of like walk-in one, or like a good-sized 5x5, a 6x6, an 8x12?
How much room do you have to work with is what it, gives you an idea what
Garage.
size you can use.
Oh, you can get one like I got from Vivor.
We
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
that because I don't
garage,
know. What's your measurements?
Yeah.
What's your measurements?
I got the 10 by 20.
If they have room for 10 by 20.
Yeah.
I don't know what room that Obstacle has available.
They got
You
10
got
by
it.
7.
Well, like I said, ask him how much of a
He'll
room
say.
they have.
Flat roof on top of 2-car garage.
So basically a 24 by 28, maybe 30.
You're not filling up the entire space because you need a place to move, be able to get in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
he
don't
has
forget-
access to it from the way, because he's got flat roof garden on there as well.
8 by 12. Okay.
8 by 12. That's a 1-car garage. Barely. But they got the 7 by 10.
No, unless they're looking at it 8 by 12. One.
Oh. Yeah, just go to Vivor. That's the one I got.
That way they have room to move around up there or whatever. Unless they're using it for also water collection too, because a flat roof would catch a lot of water.
Obstacle. Watch my video on the Vivor greenhouse. They
Yeah,
are.
they don't want it to be too heavy. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that one's light.
Yeah,
No.
he's got the metal framing and then the plastic covering, which
Then you have all the plants and stuff in general too. So you got to work much of a weight you have overall.
Yeah, it's not automated. You're gonna have to do it by hand.
Remember, they'd have to also get it up onto the roof.
yeah,
Oh.
you assemble it on the roof. You don't assemble it on the ground and then put it up there.
No. I mean, getting that stuff up onto the roof. If you depends on what kind of system they have for getting it up there.
Yeah, the
Even
Harbor
if it is
Freight
assembled.
is pretty heavy.
Yeah. So
He probably has a staircase to the back, like on the back side of the property, up to the roof.
okay, good to know, Grace. Didn't know that. But like I said, I just seen SPF 110. Just like, why? Unless they're like gremlins or something, or vampires.
Yeah, I don't bother with sunscreen. That stuff just washes. I absorb it within like an hour, and then it's just useless. And I
I mean,
just
I have
can-
put it on the backs of my ears because that's what I do get burnt
My
back
toe.
there, but that's about it.
As you can see, I burn, so I need it. But the sunscreen I
that's
have.
because
just-
you're a ginger.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Gingers are nature's vampire. They don't like sunlight.
Yeah, because you haven't seen her fangs yet because she hasn't showed them.
No, 'cause I've grinded them down. I grind my teeth too much, so I've grinded them down.
Which what you do for grinding your teeth in your sleep.
So he's got a lowered garage. So yeah, he's probably got walk access to the top of it.
So that'll be not too bad then. But
I
it still
do
have to
have-
work. Go ahead.
Sorry, Cole.
I was going to say it depends on how much weight rating the roof allows, because if you plus you got the greenhouse plus
Look
the
at
weight
me.
of the
Got
plants
5
and everything
people
else they put up there too.
JD!
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
going
you,
on?
how you doing, brother?
It's good
I'm
to
doing
see
totally
you.
stinking awesome.
That's
As per
good to hear.
usual.
How you doing, Amanda?
I'm better, thanks. How are you?
Oh,
I'm doing totally stinking awesome. But yeah, so just echoing what Gray said, but even to a worse
Tell him.
fact, that hey Jenny,
hey,
She has something to say to you.
I found this company called Bones Coffee Company on TikTok, and I ordered a bunch of samples.
yeah, they've got good stuff. I've actually got some of their high voltage, which is their highly caffeinated stuff. It's really good.
I heard about high voltage. I just haven't tried it yet.
I don't think
So
I'm going to try the high voltage. I'll stick with the other stuff.
So y'all know DJ, right? From DJ's Cartoon Universe.
No.
No.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it though.
Yeah, so his sister actually worked for Bones Coffee Company.
Oh, that's cool.
But Colin, you were talking about that like SPF 100 and 110 mess. The problem I've had with any of those that I've seen and seen people use them, it literally is just cake white on your face or wherever you put it.
Right.
Like, it doesn't rub in. Like you are literally just like straight white. You might as well put paint on your skin.
Like SPF 1000 that they used in Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
But they injected that one, but that's different, I guess.
All right, there you. This is for obstacle over here.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, see, that's actually a pretty short one. That's not even the one Jason has. His has got 4 windows on each side.
No, mine has 6.
Okay, so then yeah, you got the.
I got the big one.
No, but that's about the size they would need, though.
Yes. It's
It's
not a bad one.
though.
It's a pretty decent sized one.
Yeah, it won't be.
What's the overall weight of that?
You
They got galvanized steel hoops, though.
Yeah,
Well, the whole
they're-
frame is galvanized steel, but it's not heavy steel.
yeah. When you tighten down the nuts and bolts on it, you got to do it by hand. If you use a drill with a nut driver on there, you will squish the tubes.
Why don't you just use wig nuts?
Because
Unless they want to take it down, I mean, you can't leave it up all year round because as soon as winter hits, that's going to be ripped apart by the snow.
no, you
No.
hold the cover off.
That's funny that it doesn't show the weight on there. Jason, go all the way down to the bottom where it says specs.
I'll be back. My dog won't stop barking.
I went a little too far, but there you go.
28.2 pounds, so 12.8 kilos.
Okay.
So less than 30 pounds. That's no problem on a roof.
Yeah. What's going to be the problem is going to be the weight of the soil.
That's what I was trying to figure out too, because that stuff's not going to be light.
Yeah,
Unless
you would
they're planning on doing it like in small pots or something like that, small stuff.
no. What you would need to do is take some 2x4s and run it all the way across the top of the garage, so it sits over the structure of the garage,
Over the frames.
over the
Beams.
vertical support. But yeah, I mean, I've been happy with mine. You just need to find a way to strap it down. It is light. A good gust of wind could take it for a ride.
Oh yeah,
So
I know that for a fact. My neighbor down the street had 2 houses over had one in a good windstorm, and it yanked the whole thing out of the ground and almost blew it into the tree.
Head
Yeah.
drops.
Mine is
Yeah.
feathered down, and I used ratchet tie down straps.
Yeah. Or you could, depending on how industrious are, you could use cement-filled 5-gallon buckets.
No,
yeah,
I
that
also-
just takes up too much space because you have them sticking out all wonky on the outside.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, look at the stars on there, 5 and 4.
It's not
Nothing below.
bad.
Yeah, depending on how many of those are actually fake reviews, though.
This is true. Like I said, so far I've been happy with mine. It's lasted very well. It's a very thick, heavy plastic.
Yeah, wind is one of the things they're worried about.
Yeah.
Depending on
But it-
where your house, your garage is set up, and what the crosswinds are usually like. Because if you have trees in a certain pattern, you can get a wind tunnel effect really easy.
Man, I feel old.
Yeah.
today.
They'll turn that greenhouse into a parachute. Or a
I've
parasail.
seen tents heavier than that take off the ground.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it's just strap it down. Like I said, when I get mine on the walls, I'm actually gonna run some cable through the conduit up and over, and I'm gonna actually tighten it down with some turnbuckles inside the wall. So it'll be down. So if anything gets ruined, it's going to be the cover, and I'll just get another cover in a few years. But yeah, let's see. This is I got the. Let's go back here. So that's the one I got.
How much does that one weigh?
This one,
I think that one was what, like 80 something pounds, you said?
no, it wasn't that heavy. I mean, I could pick up the box, no problem. 67 pounds.
That's not insignificant. It's just heavier than average. But then again, you said it's mostly plastic and poles.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker than tent poles, but it's galvanized instead of aluminum.
Yeah, I would worry about it bending, especially at a decent stiff wind.
Yeah,
Ooh, man,
Because I mean, if you had like someone would want to separate, replace them with some kind of PVC or something.
Pringles in a bag. What the?
They're minis.
I've never heard of those.
Yeah, they've got them everywhere in the States now.
I've never heard of the mini ones.
You can do PVC poles, but don't use the white
they
one.
don't hold. They don't hold.
They'll last for a while, but you're only going to get like maybe 1 or 2 seasons out of them before the sun just eats the crap out of them and they come brittle.
You will pay more.
But the thing is, once the metal ones bend, they're toast.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, but usually
with stiff
companies
wind,
like
they're
that,
done.
they'll sell you. If you have like warranty stuff with them or whatever, they'll usually sell you or send you a replacement section.
Yeah, that was a chip. That was a mini Pringles.
yeah. So yeah, we can remove that now, Cliff. Yeah, just go to the Vivor website. They got other greenhouses in there too, not just those hoop houses.
Now, what I mean,
You gotta
could
get
you do a bottom
share
frame of something heavier, sturdier, then put the hoops on top of that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta put, like I said, with his garage. I don't know the situation, so I'm just doing hypothetical. He can actually put
I've never
some
seen those. That's new.
in the ground
Thanks,
and run
Randy.
cable, or a like a.
If I wasn't already full, I would say I would be hungry for chips.
He can just go up and over
That's
and hold
my
it down
breakfast.
in 3 spots.
I'm a coffee.
Do they make the mini
Breakfast.
ones? Do they make the mini ones in salt and vinegar flavor too?
I think so.
Probably.
And they do sour cream and chives, I think. But I
Do they
hate
do
all them.
pickle?
So.
No, gross.
Pickle chips are common.
Dill pickle.
Not in Australia, they're not.
I heard they sell them in Canada, though.
But yeah, you could essentially, you could use PEX line for a framework, but the problem is there's no structure, there's no rigidity to them.
I was thinking something like a really light 2x2s or 2x4s for the base bottoms, and then hoops over the top of that. Give them a little bit more stability.
They're chips obstacle.
But that's why I'm saying if you're like the 2x4s, 2x6s across the entire roof for structure to help distribute the weight, like an arch.
No,
That's
that
just
too.
nasty, Cecilia.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Cecilia loves the dill pickle chips.
I gotta put these jelly beans back in the bag, otherwise I'm gonna sit here and eat them. Because now I forced AT to go buy jelly beans, so he's gonna probably go buy jelly beans tomorrow.
Yeah. So
If
essentially,
he doesn't already have them somewhere in his stash. He doesn't.
I did.
I want
I did have
sushi.
some. I had some little Skittles.
Little Skittles.
These are like they're tiny Skittles. They're literally
Oh,
Micro
you
Skittles.
got a bag of the Skittles minis?
yeah.
Those
They're
things are
called little-
stupid tiny.
It's like the mini M&Ms. I like those too.
Yeah.
It comes in the tube just like the mini M&Ms do when you buy the little tube of it. And those
Oh, they
tubes
sell them down here. They sell them by the supposed share bag. So you get like for like $4.99, $5 or $6. You get like a little bag, like just full of them. There's probably like 1,000 of them in there.
That reminds me, I should use the M&M minis for my my trail mix. Get twice as many in a handful.
Drops. He's trying to put this greenhouse on the roof of his garage, not on the floor. So you can't put anything too heavy on there, otherwise he risks collapsing the ceiling.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but
You
we
need
don't
to
want
make like a deck on top of it. Then put the
Yeah,
greenhouse
you
on
need some
top
kind
of
of way to distribute the weight. That way, also it helps protect you if you got like a deck, like you were saying, Jason. Is that way he can walk around without worry about falling through the roof.
And you have to get a couple of sandbags to put on the outside edge to hold the greenhouse down during the summertime. And in wintertime, you can just pull the whole cover off and just leave the skeleton up there.
Yeah, unless you want to actually grow in the wintertime. You keep them warm enough,
Yeah,
and the snow won't even stick to it. The snow will just melt off and slide up. But the thing is, with most of those arched, like the ones Jason has, or the one Jason has, those arched ones, do not do well with snow loads.
They're back.
They are the shape of it is not conducive to shedding snow. It'll
Yeah.
actually stick to it.
do not buy the one from Walmart.
Here you go.
Don't buy that quick tent. There's not enough structure in those ones.
Here's your friend there, Cliff.
Smagus the crackus. Smagus. Meow.
He's actually, of the two cats we have, he's the most vocal. Just right now, he's kind of calm.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not infected with anything because nothing can live in this body of mine. Because all I live on is nachos and Doritos and hot dogs.
No, it's an earworm. It's the song that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friend. So started singing. Well, now you got the song stuck in your head.
Yeah.
No, I got Skeletor singing one of his dumb things and then running off and saying something.
Oh, that's funny. Until next time.
Yeah.
Or like Phenomenon.
Bam, bam, banana.
Hey, you got that one stuck in the man's head right away.
That one gets going.
It's a flat roof. He's got a flat roof.
Yeah,
Ah,
which is unusual for the Denver area, isn't it?
Well, it's an underground one, so partially underground.
Well, it's underground, but he's got it bermed on the back end.
And he says south facing, so that's not too bad. Too bad he can't make the garage itself into a greenhouse, because that would make a perfect one if it's south facing. Right?
Not in Denver, man. There are so many trees in Denver, it's not even funny.
Well, it depends on if there's anything in front of it. I mean, he's got to have space for to be able to get your car in and out. That means there's not completely tree covered. Partially underground. Okay.
Well, in the wintertime, you can do this one here. There you go. Cliff, you can bring that back up.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
that's
an indoor.
cool.
That's an indoor grow kit.
Yeah, you put that inside the garage.
no.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put your
100
car?
Mylar.
And you know what he's going to be growing in Denver, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're there for. And that one's those are actually temperature controlled. They do have lights and fans in them.
Yeah.
How big is it?
That one is 10 by 10, 100 square feet.
That's not bad.
It's
Yeah, 120 inches
120 by 80.
That's 80 inches tall.
How much does that weigh? Just curious, though.
That's all Mylar. That probably don't weigh more than
Well, the
60
whole
pounds.
kit, The whole kit is, where did I see it? I just
You
saw
went
it.
too far.
132 pounds. Load capacity, excuse me. Item weighs 77 pounds. That's because it's got some of the, the wiring, and it's got
Yeah.
thicker walls. It's insulated.
That thing was made out of 600D nylon.
Yeah, and it's got suitable grow light for 400 watts. So that's quite a bit of heat.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's a portable. It's essentially a portable grow kit. You can stick one of those in your front yard or your inside your
Pepper!
garage and grow. Hey, Pepper.
Hi, Pepper.
There's a
Hey,
first.
Pepper.
Hey, Pepper, how you doing, my daughter? Mom says hi.
Yeah, so
Where's Macus?
Max
Uh,
says hi.
framework
That's
is
a
a
pretty-
23 millimeter steel. It's
That's a
pretty
pretty
size.
cool thing though. Obstacle. I hope you can actually do it.
Yeah, that would be neat. I've seen people do that before. You need a fairly large tank though if you're going to do that.
Have you seen
I've-
that one with Brendan Fraser, Blast from the Past?
Nope.
Yeah.
They actually have an aquaponics setup in that one.
You know those pods? Do you call them pods over in America?
What do you mean?
Hang on.
Because these little ones,
They're like square plastic things, and they've got metal on the outside to hold them. We call them pods.
Yeah, see,
The aqua tanks, those big for holding
Fish.
groundwater and stuff like that.
Well, it's not so much groundwater. Most of them for over here are like chemicals and oils and water and other bits.
Oh,
but-
she's talking about the PVC
Hydroponic?
tanks for like glycol and stuff, like the glycol system.
But the thing
things
is, they
for-
got them cleaned out where you can use them for like collecting water off your roof and stuff.
yeah, but if you get the ones that you can wash out that doesn't have any stuff in it.
yeah,
they cut the
Obstacle was
tops.
thinking about getting a greenhouse for the roof of his garage. Pepper.
they even have them in
God.
white.
Just if you cut the top off of them and you have 3 or 4 of them, kind
try
of one
to
little
control
higher
turf
than the
equal
other, then you can have your hydroponics set up. My mate done it when I was living in Port Hedland. They had about 5 of them.
Aquaponics and hydroponics are different, yes.
Yeah, there was gonna say one is
One is fish and one is fertilizer only.
No, I actually have seen a hydroponic one with fish in it.
These things.
yeah.
Yes, that's what I was
Yeah,
talking
they're
about.
ICPA totes.
We just call them pods, but they come in different sizes.
Yeah, well, 300 liters is quite a bit.
And they
Okay.
normally just cut the top metal
Yeah.
bit off all the way around and the top of the pod, and then they have their setup through that. And she had on one of them like a tray sitting on top with water constantly running through it, and she had all her plants in the top, and then it would drop down into another one, and she had all her fish in that one.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that before myself.
The only problem is you got to the thing is with those ones is they only make them in one color and it's pretty much white.
White.
You have to
Type
spray
it
paint
down
them a
there,
different color.
Kiwi.
You have to spray paint them a different color because if you don't, the water will. You'll start actually. I mean, yeah, it's good for
Algae.
growing algae, but you really only want to leave like one side that's white because
never
those
put-
things
she-
it'll turn the whole tank green.
She never spray painted hers.
And then
Hers
she's
was
probably got cleaner
slightly
fish in there.
slightly undercover. Ooh, slightly undercover, but she never painted any of hers.
What kind of fish did she put in there?
Whatever she caught from the lakes and the rivers.
Oh, so no, just tilapia or anything like that. Okay.
No, you can probably put sunfish in there. They'll eat the algae.
I think she had like baby brim or baby perch and stuff like that. But
But the aquaponics is you're raising fish, you're filtering it out, and you're using that water that you filter out to water your plants, which actually gives them nutrients.
Because
So
of
it's
the fish
like-
poo poo.
Yep. Self-fertilizing.
Oh, that's why you run the that's why you run a filter pump down on the bottom.
Yeah, and you really got to watch it really close because the ammonia in it can get out of hand real quick. So you got to watch how many fish you put in there, what fish you put in there.
I honestly don't know, South. It wasn't my setup. I was only house sitting for about 3 weeks with her, for her and her husband. But
It will be a learning curve for it.
they had filtration systems off to the side on one of them, but the other ones didn't have them. They just had the fish and then the filter through the gravel beads, the hydroponic beads.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can
Yeah.
be the
it's like volcanic rock, essentially.
or they'll
They-
use the terracotta beads.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To
They,
get out of my element of, I can just go by what I watched on TV and books I've read. That's about as far as I got.
she had a tray of them with all her plants and that in. What she had under there, I have no clue. And then under that, she had the big reservoir where all the water was going in. And then that would go through down into the other tank with the fishies. And then it was like a cycle. And it would just go around and around and around.
It's actually
Yep.
less maintenance than you think.
But once you learn it, yes. And once you get it stabilized. Getting it, stabilizing it without getting it going through spiking and falling constantly.
Yeah, the single pods that she had, where she had fish in it, but it wasn't connected to anything else. She had filter systems off the sides of those. I think they were just
Well,
to keep
Cecilia.
the fish alive.
Hi, Cecilia.
Night, Celia.
Where's Cecilia?
Bye, Cecilia. I miss you already.
The ones that were hooked up to the plants, there was no filter system on them.
No, it's because you won't really need one when you get the plants going because the plants are going to filter it for you.
Yeah.
And then any excess runoff is going to hit the water. The fish will eat the excess runoff, and they'll just poop it back into the system. That's why you need the only thing you really need on the bottom is just a filter pump to clean out the sludge at the bottom, or you need a bottom feeder.
A catfish or
No.
carp or something.
Shrimp or crawfish.
Well, that's actually self-feeding too. If you think about it that way,
Yeah,
they'll eat the crawfish too.
throw a couple hot dogs in there every once in a while. Give them some good proteins.
Yeah, just go to the store and buy about $5 or $6 worth of goldfish. Just throw them in there. Crawdads will eat the goldfish.
Or just get yourself a cast net and pick up some minnows from the creek.
Yeah, goldfish.
But,
Just they'll eat one goldfish and they'll be good for a while.
yeah, then you might be able to get a world's record goldfish.
Or no, actually, it would be a koi
Maybe.
fish by that time.
Nope, there's a big difference. You can tell the difference between a koi and a goldfish when the goldfish get big.
Depends on which type of goldfish you're talking about. There's multiple kinds.
Standard goldfish.
The kind you get from like,
The little feeders you get from the store. Oh yeah, you can tell.
no, I was thinking more of the ones you see at carnivals.
Yeah, that's a standard goldfish.
The ones you have to throw the little ping pong into the ball,
Oh yeah.
fish bowl.
I do know they had a record-breaking one in California back in the 80s, which was almost 5 pounds.
Wow. What happened to it?
Somebody caught it.
What they do with it?
They took it in to get it scaled and everything else, and
They
I don't know
ate
what
it?
they did with it. I got to see the picture of it because it was caught where I grew
Hey,
up.
Rob, how's it going?
They
Hi,
caught it.
Rob.
Hi, Rob. They caught it out of the California aqueduct.
It's just a carp. That's what I was thinking. It's a carp. It's a gold carp.
It's a little bit different. They won't grow as long. They just grow really kind of fat and short.
Round.
They're round, and they
Now,
are
what would be the best fish to actually grow in a fish setup?
Bass.
probably tilapia and or bluegill.
Well, whichever one eats the algae would be one, plus the tilapia. I would go with tilapia because a little bit. They are a lot more tolerant, I think.
If you're going to go with something that you need to eat algae, you might as well go with a Procoscomus.
Yeah, the bluegill tastes the best.
Those
Of what?
cosmos get big though.
Yeah, you get a sucker fish. Doesn't matter. Once it's
That
big enough
sounds
to
like a
eat the damn
test that a
thing.
doctor would give you with a glove on.
Say what?
That word you said sounds like a test that a doctor would give you with a glove on.
The
Yeah,
Blocosimus?
that's the name of the fish. It's called a Procoscomus.
Yeah,
No,
got a real hard shell on the back. And
thank-
people say, yeah, you can eat them.
No, I have
but,
not blowfished for anything yet, Doug. I've been wanting to, but I haven't had the proper reel yet. That's my goal to go bow fishing.
or knee.
My knee is, I'm going to get that fixed this year. Oh, on that note, when I went to the doctor today, I got weighed. I'm under 300
Centimeters?
under 300 pounds. I'm getting closer.
Yeah, Pleco for sure. Yeah,
I'm
That
at
was wrong. too.
299, but still, I'm under.
if you can keep the water low, 55 degrees, yes, you can do trout.
I want to
like
try
it.
my own.
Trout is just
vegetables
tasty. I love trout.
and all of that obstacle, but I gotta wait until I've moved.
Well, I love trout, but bass has more meat. Yeah. I'm
But-
fat. I know that.
Good job, Colin. Keep it up.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, I've got 30 more pounds that I can get my knee surgery. Then I can get out and about and do stuff again. I won't have to worry about my knee hurting anymore. So that's going to be good. I'm really happy about that.
Ugh. That went all weird on me.
Bass are actually not bad eating. They have a lot of good meat on them.
I just don't eat fish.
I know you're not you catch bass, but you don't eat bass. Or
Catch it, but I won't eat it. Most of the time, I just catch and release. If it's a big one, I'll take a picture and then I'll just chuck it right back in there. And then I guarantee some a-hole's gonna be like, "Why didn't you keep it?" I'm like, "Dude, let it grow."
Tell that
But
Blake.
if you're in a survival situation where that's the only source of food, you'd have a little bit just to keep yourself going.
Oh
until
shit,
you
no, I
could
won't.
find
I'm gonna use that
something
to catch
else.
something else.
Like what?
Birds.
A bear.
Bear.
I
Hey,
don't know
at
if
least
I'm
we
gonna
didn't
be able
get
to
a
get there in
gar or
a
anything
survival
like that.
situation, but I mean, I can sure try, but I ain't Rambo.
At least we didn't get a gar
just
that
keep
day.
your finger on
There, Cliff. That would have just sucked.
Now, in certain places, if you're going to do hydroponics, you're going to need dog-proof traps.
To keep the raccoons out of your food.
You got it.
But have you guys ever seen Blast from the Past?
Yeah,
No.
Did you remember the hydroponic, the aquaponics setup they had
Yeah.
in there?
Nope.
Oh,
yeah. There's a guy.
I remember the setup they had in Biodome.
The Biodome was a little bit more, eco-friendly, so to speak.
take
No.
some purple punch.
There's a gentleman in Australia that does a big-time scale on that.
I'm just going
That's
by the ones I've seen. I totally forgot about Biodome until you mentioned it. Though I do love Pauly Shore on that one, so that was pretty cool.
Coco, come in.
Scooter.
Well, that's good then, Obstacle. We don't need your fishies being eaten by the raccoons.
Unless you're planning on eating the raccoons.
Ew. No, thank you.
See, that's what you need the fish for. You catch the fish, you attract the other things, and you dispatch the other
Eat the other
like
things
that.
too.
Not eating
That's
fish.
a supplementing your food supply.
I'll
I'm
get
still
everything I
not gonna
need
eat
from one
raccoon.
fat raccoon.
Nope. I don't want a raccoon, thank you.
I'll eat a raccoon over a fish. That's for dead. It's meat is meat. Once you take the skin off, you don't know what it is.
That's what scares me.
Yeah, I know, right, AT? It just sounded weird.
No, as long as you got Instant
You
Pot
like
and
steak
some good seasoning and barbecue sauce, you're good.
I've seen people, heard about people eating it. I've never eaten one myself.
I
Put the
know people
lotion
that have
on the
eaten it.
skin or it gets the hose again.
Wait, what?
So, Andrew Flair has some good recipes for raccoon that he does in the Instapot.
Put the
It must be a
lotion
big
on the
Instapot because I've
skin.
seen some huge
No,
raccoons.
he just takes pieces of it, puts it in there.
You don't
Huh?
stick the whole thing in there.
Yeah,
you just-
Jenny ran over one that damaged our van. So it was huge.
Did you put it in the Instant Pot afterwards?
Yeah, it's like hitting a bear, but smaller.
How would we know? We never hit a bear.
Not a lot of bears in Iowa.
Yeah, not a lot of bears, but they can be up in Yellow River apparently. Never seen. Just because I've never seen one doesn't mean they're not
Raccoons
there.
are everywhere. That doesn't matter. They're on every square inch of this country.
But cougars?
No, raccoons.
Oh yeah. Especially up
They weren't as bad as the ones down at the when we were at the gathering. Oh my God, we were swarmed by them
Yeah,
near the
some
end.
fat ones down there too.
Big enough that Jason thought they were dogs.
at night. Yeah.
That's kind of surprising. I figured you would know what one looked like automatically from sight.
Oh, thank you. It's just like it just didn't walk around going, well, wait a minute, that's not a dog. No, they're big up there where you're at.
The thing is, I cleared my area every night before I go to bed because I know what they can do.
No, we
You
were
didn't
just
do
tired.
anything in your area. Like we were all cooking at Jason's campsite the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I could have gotten a couple of them, but I didn't.
Daily fiber, I'm not familiar with that one. I'd have to look that one up. Oh, why don't we go look at that one up? Come on.
I'm short and chubby drops. Mind you, I'm pretty sure I've lost a little bit more weight, but
I'm just too lazy to lose weight because, yeah, frankly, I just don't care.
I ain't trying to, but this heat is kicking my ass this summer. I'm sweating all mine off.
Yeah.
Ooh. And it's me. It's Amanda. And the Colin. And a
There's
Jason
nobody.
and Molly.
And then there's a me.
And a Foxy.
That's a Mario. Okay.
It's a Mario. I might be a little bit
Loopy?
car in the head still from yesterday.
You're a little loopy today.
Y'all do realize I
Oh,
found this out that apparently he's not saying it's a me, Mario. He's saying it's Sumi.
To me,
Yeah, it's Sumi, Mario. He's basically, in other words, the translation is super.
Oh.
So it's Sumi means super, so he's basically saying Super Mario. But we're all dumb, ignorant white people, so we assumed that he was saying it's a me, Mario.
Well, he's supposed
It's
to
a
be
me,
Italian.
Mario.
He's supposed to be like Jenny said, he's supposed to be Italian anyway.
Yeah, they made him Italian, even though he's technically Japanese.
Mario is an Italian name.
Yes, made by a Japanese company.
Jobalicious.
I don't know. No, I would say it's not an Italian
Why is that?
because what this Italian language comes from.
Latin.
You got it, Latin.
They're all Latin. Exception, I think, is German because German it doesn't work.
Well, neither does Japanese.
No.
The Italian version
Oh,
of Queen Banner.
hilarious.
Most
Might
of Europe
do that.
is Latin.
The Slavic languages don't work with the Latin. Okay, let's see.
Is
here.
it R-rated obstacle?
I feel like I started my live late. Either that or my counter's just being weird.
You started off your live late.
Started it right at 6:30.
It didn't
Yep.
seem like it.
His 6:30, not ours.
Well, 6:30 according to what my clock says on my computer.
According to it's almost 9:30 here, and it says 1:54 on the
I
counter.
got 151 on mine. That's weird.
It's 11:28 in West Oz, and it says 1:54.
Are
1:55.
you not?
Yeah, 155 here.
Yeah, on the YouTube side, I'm showing 155. On the StreamYard side, it's only saying 152, which is strange.
I don't see a timer on my YouTube side.
Somebody touching my spaghetti. That's funny.
It says it's been streaming for 115 minutes so far.
Hour and a half.
I'm tired.
No, actually, 1 minute, 1 hour is like 90 minutes is an hour and a half.
So, are you going to propagate those golden raspberries?
If honestly, I don't know because I already have the 2 raspberry bushes that I've had for the last 2 or 3 years now. I think I'm going on
Do it,
3.
Cookie. Do it for me. Call it the Mandy Bush.
Mandy's bush, really?
Mandy, yeah, in 3 years that thing's going to be out of control, and I'm going to have to shave it down.
Really? Mandy lost it.
It's gonna have to be trimmed.
Mandy's lost it.
She's the one that started it.
Yep. Breathe, Mandy, breathe.
By the way, you realize, Amanda, that once those things grow, they'll be considered dingleberries.
Chop the dingleberries off.
The dangleberries?
Gonna have to pluck them dingleberries one at a time.
Well, you got to make sure you got to squeeze them just right to make sure they're ripe.
Cliff's gonna be canceling his live streams because he's too busy picking Mandy Bush dingleberries.
Oh, the things we come up with out here.
I'm sorry, Grace.
Amanda's over there.
Andy
dying.
started it.
She really did.
That's why I said sorry.
She was like a poker.
That one's not ripe. That one's not ripe.
That's exactly. With a little trimming, it should be fine. Give it a good snip, snip here, and a snip, snip there. Here, snip there, snip everywhere, snip, snip. Oh, there's Blake.
There's Blake. Yeah, he missed it all. He missed it
What
all.
up, Blakey?
Hi, Blake.
Amanda's over here dying because she's talking about
Mandy's
raspberry
bush.
dingleberries. And they're yellow ones, by the way, so that makes it even worse. But yeah, don't know what it'll probably be. Like I said, the other bushes, my actual raspberry bushes, I've had those for about 3 years now, and last season was probably their most prolific season. But the problem was I missed picking a lot of them due to bad timing.
Yeah, I wonder how thick that bush is going to grow.
Hey,
If I didn't
Cliff,
have it in a container, that thing would probably be huge.
hey, Cliff, you can use this to prune your Mandy Bush.
I've got a nice set of
Got the shears.
it's a little overkill, but it might do the trick.
That's just brutal.
Yep, exactly. Outback bush.
Outback
It's
But
already
with mine,
crazy.
you can easier do designs in it. You can have like a heart-shaped Mandy Bush.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where the dingoes are going to be living, right?
Well, the worst part is, while I'm trimming that, I might as well be out there with this. And that's how you turn Amanda red all the way from top to bottom.
Yep. Leave her out in the sun.
Or put her out in the sun. But yeah, no, it'll probably take about 2 or 3 years for that bush to get fully established.
I can't see Amanda anymore. She's the same color as her background. All I see is a couple of eyes floating. I think her eyes are even turning red.
That wouldn't surprise me. I need coffee. I'll be back.
Drops. That's funny. Depends on what
Well,
you bring
at
the
least we
bush
make
with.
Amanda's day, so that's good.
Oh, I somehow always manage to make her laugh.
Yeah.
Going strong over here. I still got a good amount of peoples. Yeah, boy.
Thank you for watching.
I'll be right back.
All
Alrighty.
right.
I'm trying to check something on the movie I watched last night.
Ooh.
Trying to figure out the pack that the kid was using to leave the survival kit came out of, and the rifle that he was using, or was going to use before he got saved.
You mean the raffle?
Raffle.
Well,
Raffle?
the thing is, I mean, see, Blake was here. I think South was here, and we can't tell if it was either a Henry or another version of a survival rifle from back in the 90s that cakes down that about that same time period. So, because it didn't look like a Henry.
It's probably that Marlin Survival 22.
It's not a Marlin. The way it was put together, because the stock, the main trigger part,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called, but that part was separate. Then the barrel screwed on.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's two different versions of that particular type of the AR-7.
Yeah, there's the military one and there's the civilian one.
No, there's another brand, not just.
Oh, the brand. Okay.
There's two versions of that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Ruger's.
It wasn't.
Oh, it could have been a Henry.
Not a Henry, because it didn't have the same shape of a Henry, because the trigger
Everything
part was different.
Yeah.
The way it was put together was different.
Yeah, see, there you go. Blake says it looks just like the old Henry
Yeah,
22.
but the thing is, I looked at it, and it didn't seem like that, though.
Do you know how many versions or reiterations they've made on that before they actually?
Oh,
I actually did some checking on that yesterday. Let me see.
Who's messaging me now?
It's not me.
Hi, Mandy.
Okay, good, Mike. I'm gonna stop that.
Let's see here.
So you're thinking what? At least 2 years before you can get a good batch, and the third year you get a really good yield off of those golden raspberries.
Yeah, it'd probably be about 2 or 3 years before I get decent something off of them.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to getting our first harvest of asparagus.
Oh, Armalite made one. I'm trying to watch the movie and slow it down so I can see what it's doing, but I can't tell if it's a semi-automatic or a bolt action. But you should see the packages of old Mountain House meals they had in there.
Funny, Sal.
Oh my God, that is a very old package of
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I think the first year I bought the raspberries, I bought those ones were actually live plants. I got those at a nursery at the beginning of spring. These ones are what would be considered bare root.
Okay.
So they are like 100% just dormant AF. Literally just comes in a bag.
Oh, yeah.
So these are bare root, so it'll probably take a while to get these ones actually going. So I'm not expecting anything. I'm expecting a little bit of growth, but frankly, not a lot. Now, see, I can plant these between January and May, so I'm good to go. Because these do have a nice little little chart right here on there.
Okay, yeah.
So I have that little So I'm technically below the February, May area, so I'm January to May. So either way, as long as I get them planted before May, we should be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, keep them kind of protected for the first year.
The thing when I did the other ones, I put them in fairly deep, separate containers, but I heavily mulched the shit. I put like 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch on top of them. But I think I'm going to mound these ones a little better because the other ones I kind of topped it off kind of round to the top, but I'm going to do like almost like a volcano kind of style pitch because I know that's going to sink.
I don't know what to say to that one. Yeah.
Saw his comment here. Let me put that on the screen for you.
You don't need to. I ain't going into that on a live stream.
Don't know if that's the same company that made those.
Yes, they are.
I just found the picture of the one he was using because it doesn't have orange in it like the Henrys did. So it was a little different.
So yeah,
Probably
February
one-
to May.
They probably Hollywooded it up. Gave it a lot of a change.
I just found a picture that matches the one he was holding in his hands. And it's actually probably the original military version that they put in there. Because it's all black and he shows him putting it together. So the only thing that was really wrong was the ammo that he had in his hand. But that's different, I guess.
So what you got any plans for this season, Jason? In the greenhouse where it needs to be?
It's an Armalite, then yeah.
Probably just a little bit of winging it, a little bit. I got to go dig out the rototiller, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, I can't get enough organics in the soil here without spending, unfortunately, having
Gesundheit.
the compost delivered.
Do you guys have any tree services down there?
No.
Really?
I mean, yeah, they cut it all up and they just haul it all away. But
Well,
I got
yeah,
no,
but
I got no place to put that stuff.
sometimes you can get those guys to just dump that stuff straight up on your property.
Yeah, the problem is we don't quite have enough room for that.
Thank you, Obstacle. As a third.
There's some areas of the property that we can't put stuff because we have to have access for the trucks for the utility companies. That's the only place that's left open. And you try and get a truck anywhere else, it's going to sink right straight up to the frame.
Where you had the corn growing, that big patch of corn between the two properties, can you drop it all there?
Yeah, but that's where we want to put the garden. And if you put them all the wood chips there, I got to break it all down. It's going to take a full season.
Yeah.
So,
But you rototill that layer in there, and then you do it that way, get all that stuff in there.
yeah, I've already been dumping stuff there already last season. It's just so depleted of organics here. It's tough. I mean, you dig down 3 inches, it's just sand.
Stop. That
It's like trying to grow on a greens on a golf course.
Well, since you guys are surrounded by trees, don't you get a lot of leaf matter?
That's what I've been doing. That's what my compost is doing.
You leaving,
Bye,
AT?
everybody. Yeah, I gotta go. Y'all have an awesome night. I miss you already.
You well, brother?
Hey, thanks for stopping by, brother. I'm super glad to have you.
Good to see you, J2.
Thanks for having me up. I miss you already.
Love you.
Already do.
I would love to get one of those leaf shredders. I can get stuff broken down a little bit quicker. But
Don't you have one of those like the Toro leaf shredder
not-
blower?
it
thing?
doesn't shred it fine enough.
Buried under dirt? Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. Well, you've seen my mulch piles. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now that all the leaves are down, I'm waiting for it to dry up. Then I got to go out there with the walk behind mower and mow and bag everything.
Why bag it? Well, I mean, bag it to move it to different locations, but all you do is just till that stuff into your soil, and you're good to go on that one. If you can get hay, I would do that. Do you have a TSC anywhere near you?
I do, but I'm not paying those prices.
No, for the hay, for the like bagged, like the finely shredded stuff that you would normally use for like rabbit cages. I don't think that's actually that bad of a price for that bag, for that bundle.
Yeah, but when you're trying to do like a third of an acre, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
But if
Honestly,
you're doing just food like the bed that you have, though,
I've been thinking about going to raised garden beds.
that's going to be even more costly.
I know, but I can do it over time.
Yeah.
Like one, 2 here, 2 there, 2 here, 2 there.
I probably spent well over $1,000, maybe more, just buying soil for my raised beds.
Well, except they got the galvanized hoops, the so-called fire rings that are 4 feet in diameter, but they're 18 inches tall.
Yeah. Those will
And that-
work in your area because you probably don't have really invasive or aggressive tree root systems in your area.
Oh, yeah, we do. But we don't have them. Hi, Nick.
How's it going,
But
Nick?
no, we're not going to have the sycamores or anything else like you have. We got some pine trees. We have some of the
I don't
red
have a
cedars.
sycamore tree. I have cottonwoods. Those things are annoying.
Oh, okay, yeah, cottonwood. Sorry. Um,
Hey, Nick.
so
Nick.
I think the most aggressive tree we're going to have here is probably going to be the evergreen pear, but that's nowhere near it. And then we got a couple of the pecan trees.
Yeah, I got those cottonwoods. We'll send out. And what sucks with the cottonwoods is they're not low tree roots. They're like near surface roots. You'll dig down like a foot and you'll hit a big old root like this. You won't even see it, but you'll dig down and hit it all of a sudden.
Yeah, because you got to remember, yours is going to be shallow because it's going to be looking for water. Here, I have water 18 inches deep, and not too far from the house. So some of the oak trees will stay on top of that so that they're not drowning.
Yeah, my trees are really annoying sometimes.
I got maple trees.
You have
I-
a maple tree.
I got 2 maple trees. They're out front, mature ones.
Yeah, I might have to remove what are they called? The magnolia trees. Man, they've been hit hard this past summer and winter between the drought and then they froze. So I'm hoping they're going to do good. If they start bleeding really bad, and then I know I'm going to have to remove them when the spring hits. They'll just bring in the rots, and I'm not going to treat those trees for rot.
No, if you're dead, you might as well. No, if that's the case, because it's going to be pointless. Even if you treat them, they're still going to die either way. Because once it's there, once they have it, they have it.
Oh, I know. Especially with the drought, they were hit pretty hard with the drought. Because they started blooming last spring, but they didn't make the seed pods this year.
Ooh, yeah,
They were stressed.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, we had that freeze come in for 2 days, and all the leaves are all burnt. And it's an evergreen tree here.
that's bad when an evergreen freezes.
Yeah. I mean, the pine trees, they can handle that. That's not a problem. It's the evergreen large leaf when they get hit hard.
You plan on making some pine needle tea?
No.
Well, it's a good way to get vitamin C if you are.
No, I found out I can get the Jeffrey pines will grow here.
Nice.
Can you send me some seeds? Because they're in your area.
If I can get some.
Yeah. And pinyon will grow here too.
Ooh, yeah, finding one of those pine trees. One of them
Yeah.
pine trees is.
Yeah, I know. I want some 18-pound pine cones.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of the I had to Google it because I don't really see a lot of them. They have to go out into the wilderness, the actual
Yeah.
woods, and they'll find them. Yeah, this chick's holding a pine cones like the size of a football.
They're bigger.
I've seen big ones like that before.
Yeah, they'll go up to about 18 pounds. Yeah, because where I grew up, we were up in there in the mountains. The breeze would kick in at the right time of year. You're going to hear them crashing on the ground and echoing through the canyons.
Yeah, when you got to kill trees to put in a golf course, you're better off shooting the people playing golf.
Yeah.
Because that's just a waste of trees.
Good trees, no less.
Yeah, I hate when they do construction here and they cut down perfectly good trees. I'm like, why did you cut down a perfectly good tree? And then you all wonder why the air quality sucks ass in this
In
area.
Des Moines, they cleared out
Some trees.
about an acre, 2 or 3 acres for putting in a car wash, and some of the trees were like that big around.
That's a big car wash.
They just cleared out the trees and just tossed them aside.
Oh,
Like these are mature trees, and they just got rid of them.
yeah, we got big time lumber here going on, and they just rotate.
I'm glad we don't have big lumber. Well, we probably do, but oh, give me a second.
We have big pine tree plantations.
I mean, our pine trees here, we'll get about 3 feet across, and they'll get about 90 feet tall, 100 feet tall here.
I remember
Problem
a
is,
couple of
getting
years
to
ago. Hey?
Problem is getting to them.
I remember a couple of years ago, we had a fire and it went through one of the big pine plantations. It went up very quickly.
Oh yeah, pine trees go up mad fast.
Yeah.
Even in the middle of like summer when they're like full on awake, full green, everything bend, everything's all flexible. Pine trees just lights up like a match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Oh,
No, those trees died because they were near a golf course.
Yeah, like I said, that's just I'm picking up all the leaf litter whenever I mow. I mulch it all up and put it in the bag, and I walk over there and I dump it in there and or on the pile. I got it covered up now because it started cooling off. I checked it the other day. Huh? Yeah. Like I said, it's just going to take time to break everything down. I don't have a big old giant, scale operation. I only got 4.5 acres to work here.
Well, I got an idea, Jason. Since you have a lot of the leaf litter, what I recommend doing is the garden beds that you have in there, those planters that you have on the ground.
Yeah.
Set a tarp next to them. Dig out about 3/4 of the soil, and then any organic matter you have, lay it in there, good 3 to 4 inches thick, and then just put your dirt right back on top of it, and just leave it there over the winter. And I guarantee you, by summer or by spring, that'll all be gone.
Yeah, I'm trying to do right now. My big pile, it started cooling off, so I had to quick cover it. So I'll start heating back up again.
Hey, Cliff, I'm going to be heading out.
All right.
All right,
Take care, Colin. Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Good.
Colin.
later.
Later.
Yeah, the rain kind of cooled it all off, so I had to quick go out there and cover it. So I can get that mycelium to start getting going again.
Blake, if your pine trees ain't burning, those ain't pine trees. Yeah, California is a tinderbox.
Only in the
waiting for
summertime.
I'm waiting for a 6.3 on the Richter to hit the fault line and just watch that whole shithole state.
It already has.
I'm just waiting for it. No, right on the fault. I'm just waiting. Half that state's gonna go right in the water. I'm just be like, ha ha, suckers. That's what y'all get for not moving out of there.
Yeah,
But then
California's
again-
got some weird weather. It's the same as like Italy, Spain. You know, they get the wet winters, and then they just have a dry summer.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think a coastal state would be that damn dry.
Well, most of the southern state, you know, once it's inland from, it catches fire. But if you're gonna be like, let's see, Wairika and north, no, that's not gonna burn very well unless it's in drought, because that's essentially a rainforest.
Yep.
As the
Yeah,
cold
well,
water fogs up.
Because I've been to the redwood forest over there, man. It rains over there, and it turns that into a sweat box.
Oh yeah,
That stuff is them trees. Because you're looking at the canopy is like 80 feet above you, 80 to 100 feet above you before you even see the first branch on some of them redwoods. And them canopies are thick as a snicker. Like you half the time you don't even get light through there in some areas.
hmm Well, like I said, you guys remember watching the Empire Strikes Back? That was
Yep.
filmed in the redwood forest in Northern California.
I wonder why that looked familiar.
hmm
All them big ass trees.
hmm That was way Northern California. Probably not too far from the Oregon coast.
Oh, it'll fall into the water. I'm just waiting for it. But yeah,
Oh,
their
by the way-
agricultural system would be completely toast after that because that seawater will sterilize everything.
No, it's already filling up with water because Lake Tulare is back.
Ooh, nice.
No, they had steamships on that lake.
So the one that we had a massive drought for down here last year in Vegas. I forgot the name of that stupid lake. That sucker's damn near full again, like 100% full.
You mean Lake Mead?
Yeah,
No, it's not 100% full. It's nowhere near
it's
it.
getting there. It's getting there. That sucker got a lot of water in it now.
Oh, it'd take another 4 or 5 years with the current rainfall from last year. Believe me, that lake is huge.
No, I know it's a massive lake, but the water level's already almost to the top of where that boat was. And that boat was
100 feet below the
10
peak level.
when it was dry, that boat was about 20 feet above the water line.
Yeah. Got to remember, the higher that water goes, the more it's got to spread out.
Yeah.
I've been to those lakes many times. My favorite one is, for some reason, my favorite one is Lake Mojave.
It's a good one. I've gone to Salt Lake a few times.
Yeah, the Salton Sea's getting full again.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. It won't smell like death probably this year, like it has
Yeah,
been.
they found a lot of bodies in that lake when that water receded big time. They found a lot. I think they found like 6 bodies in Mead.
They'll never find them all.
Is what they were up to. But yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
that
good.
those lakes are deep as hell.
Yeah, you got to remember you got Lake Powell above that. Then you got several lakes between Colorado and Utah that feed that same watershed.
And we got some big lakes in Denver too.
hmm
One of the biggest ones we have is Dillon. That lake is there used to be a town at the bottom of that lake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, they started releasing water from Orville because of the upcoming more rains. Yeah, they're just dumping water, all going down the Feather River into the Sacramento River and going out to sea.
I can only imagine what would happen if they decided to let the dogs fly on some of the lakes up north.
Actually, drops. There's better places for striper than Lake Mead.
He says Powell.
No, or Lake Powell. Yeah, there's better places. And believe it or not, they're in California.
Yeah, you just got to go to one of those places with the flashing signs, and you'll get your stripper bass. I mean, you'll get to see some stripper ass. I mean, I got obstacle. I got you, brother. You good? But yeah, those redwoods are freaking massive. When you can drive a vehicle through a tree and your vehicle sits entirely inside the tree,
Yeah,
that's
that
a
tree's
big
no
ass.
longer there. Yeah, that tree fell over a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's because somebody caught it on. I think they burned it or somebody hit it with a car. Took too big of a vehicle through there and messed it up.
Nope, the wind blew it over.
That tree been sitting there for hundreds of years like that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like I said, believe it or not, the best striper fishing is gonna be the California Ackledeck.
It's an interesting spot to fish for fish.
Yeah, they've pulled 60-pounders out of there.
Damn.
Honestly. Yeah, and that was back in the 80s and 90s. You got Pyramid Lake, Castaic Lake has them. Anything that's connected with the California Ackledeck system.
Manda, you're too quiet. Say something.
Yes.
Sorry, I was just sending an email.
Uh,
Did they reply already?
Oh yeah, Lake Powell's got some wonderful fishing, especially up there by Page, Arizona.
Don't think I've been in that area. I've been through Arizona, but I don't go to a lot of places. Usually, when you're going somewhere, you're going to a specific destination, and you may or may not stop off at a random town on the sideways.
Yeah, what a lot of fishermen will do is they'll go to Page and they'll drop the boats into the river there, and then they'll go upriver, then they'll float down the river, catching fish. They'll fly back up the river and do the same thing over, and they'll do that like 2-3
I'll be
times
back.
a day.
Okay,
I'll be back.
so it's the same thing. It's really basically the equivalent of like inner tubing down the river, but on a boat with a fishing pole.
See how they'll do it with pontoons.
Well, with a pontoon, you ain't got to worry about really hitting anything because those things only sit like 3-4 inches in the water.
Oh yeah.
Even if you're running a full like a deck on your like a deck with a pontoon boat, you're still like you're essentially sitting in about as low in the water as you would be if you were sitting on a decked out John boat.
Yeah, like I said, they're about I think some of them the deepest they go is like 8 inches, but depending on how much you got them loaded up. You get the tri-tunes,
That 8 inches is more. Just say that 8 inches is more or less on the back end where the motor's at.
Yeah, no, yeah, they got those things doing like 60 miles an hour now in the water.
Yeah. Well, it's no different than being on essentially a jet ski, or if you had a rocket strapped to your back and you're on the freaking water with skis.
Oh yeah.
You'll be hauling ass till you catch the top of one wave with the front of your ski, and then bam, 60 miles an hour into the water.
Tumble, tumble, tumble.
Yeah.
Then you sink. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's not one of the places that you really want to be in the water in, like during spring break with all those engines running, and you're only a couple inches above the water, sucking in all that carbon monoxide, then you just fall asleep and drown.
Or for that matter, you'd freaking out there swimming and you ingest all the oils that are floating on the surface.
But I tell you what, some of the best bluegill fishing is Lake Havasu. Yeah, one of
I'd rather
the.
have a steak.
Go ahead.
No, I said I'd rather have a steak.
Yeah, no, those are steaks. Those bluegills.
Some of them can be.
Yeah. Like I said, Lojo, he's one of the guys from the Guggen squad. They were doing a fishing challenge, and he caught one that weighed almost, 4.5 pounds, 5 pounds? A bluegill.
Bluegill.
Red ear sunfish. Just right there at the docks. In
Oh,
Havasu.
yeah, of course they're going to get that big under the dock.
Oh, yeah.
everybody's sitting out there fishing, dropping their damn bait in the water on accident because
Well-
they kicked their tackle box and all their shit falls in the water.
Actually, what it is they put the red ear sunfish in there. They're also known as the shell crackers, and they're eating all the zebra shells. So that's why they're nice and big. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to go back there and go fishing. I'm gonna have to do that soon. Go with my dad before it's too late.
So yeah, that's a long drive though for you. That's what, like almost 20 hours.
I'll probably end up flying. I can spend more time out there.
I could probably drive to Lake Mead. Wouldn't take me that long because I'm not that far from Arizona.
Yeah, you'll probably maybe 6.5, 8 hours, somewhere in there.
Something like that. So it'd be like a standard day's drive.
Yeah, just the 40. Then once you get to the Kingman, turn south.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 40 all the way, almost all the way up there.
Yeah, so once you get to Kingman, just turn south.
Make sure
Excuse me. Right at the end of you passing Kingman, you turn south. Like I said, sometimes I miss Arizona, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't. I never got to see the whole state. We were there for 20 years.
Oh, dude, I lived in Denver all the years. I lived 6 hours
Yeah,
and 14 minutes.
95. Yeah, turn south on 95.
No, not from where I'm at. Basically going northeast or northwest.
No. Once you get into Kingman, you take 95 south. Yeah, you get to Parker, you've gone too far.
No, I was like, there's nowhere I'm driving south on here except for, Kayenta or Kayenta.
For what?
I don't know. That's the only way. That's the only direction I'm going south is after Kayenta.
No, right as you pass. Okay, there's that turnoff that you go to Laughlin, or you go to Needles, or you turn south off that exit to go to Lake Havasu.
No, I'm talking about going to Lake Powell.
Mm,
I was gonna say Lake Powell. I don't go south. That's all northwest for me. That's
Yeah.
basically the ass end of Utah. We can do it.
yeah, Powell's a lot closer for you. A lot closer. 12 hours from Denver, he'll pick you up on the way. No, if I go, I'm going to fly into Vegas.
Yeah, that's way over there. Basically, fucking right at the ass end of Arizona and California. But that's still it's about an 8-hour drive for me.
Yeah, my dad's only, an hour and a half from the airport there in Vegas. Or you just catch a shuttle jumper and just go from Vegas to Laughlin.
It's funny. It's all here. You can take this route and go 10 hours and 3 minutes. Why the hell would I want to add an additional 3 hours to my drive time? There's no way Powell's 12 hours from Denver.
Oh, Lake Palace. Hey, Mindy.
Hi,
Welcome back.
Shanks.
You did obstacle. You talking about Powell's a 12-hour drive or Havasu's a 12-hour drive? There's no way in hell.
I think he says Lake Mead.
Oh, Lake Mead.
That's funny. It doesn't look like mead. Almost. I'm gonna finish up.
8 hours, 8 hours and 3 minutes for Lake Mead if I go there. But again, that's Arizona, freaking Nevada,
Border, yeah.
like right there. Oh yeah, that's right on the border. So technically, I could fly through both states, drive around.
Now let's see. Then I would have to, since I'm halfway there, I'd probably have to drive all the way up to Lee Vining.
Yeah, if I'm planning on going anywhere over there, I'm going to like the Oregon side of California, so I can get me a kayak. And I still don't know if I want to sit on top or sit in. I think I still rather have a sit on top.
I think Mandy's going to take off. No, I just got the notification.
What?
Oh, Trapper Jay's going live with Bill Duke. I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to go to bed here in a few minutes.
Ooh, man, I haven't been to Granby in a while.
No, after Cliffy's live, I am going to go play my PlayStation and play a bit of Red Dead Redemption.
Ah,
Maybe have a nap because I'm pretty tired still.
I might pester Amanda then.
Go ahead, Cliffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Killdozer.
Mhm.
Remember Killdozer?
No, yeah, like I said, it'd just be fun just to go there and go fish there again. Maybe catch a couple of carp, like hooking onto a torpedo. Watch the line go.
That's when you need 50-pound test spider wire
Yeah,
and a sea fishing rod, because you just hit that break and that fish is going to go,
snap.
Spanish mackerel give a good fight.
But I tell you what, the most fun thing you can do is if you ever go to Lake Mead or Lake Powell or any of those large lakes with the marina with all those carp, you got to take a couple of bagels with you so you can feed the carp. The whole bagel.
a whole bag of bagels or just one bagel?
One whole bagel. You toss it in the water. They have no teeth. They can't bite it. And once the bagel gets wet, it's slippery. So you watch that bagel fly across the water back and forth in a feeding frenzy.
That's messed up.
Oh, no, it's funny. We've done it. It's just so funny. Watch them try to bite that bagel, slips right out of their mouth, and they squirt it out, and it flies across about 2-3 feet. Next one tries to do it, and it flies too, and it goes back and forth.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, so yeah, if I ever go there again, I'm going to take I'll be having the video camera out, and I'll throw them a bagel. It's funny.
No, I used to like going out on the boat with my dad up north and trying to catch Spanish mackerel. They give a good fight and they taste even better.
How big do they usually get?
Couple of meters.
Wow,
Big ass freaking teeth on them. Razor sharp.
So that sounds like a pike.
no, it's like a super giant barracuda.
Oh, like a pike.
Yeah, a pike. Yeah, well, pike is essentially a freshwater barracuda.
Oh no, that's like torpedo fish. It looks like a tuna, but smaller.
Yeah. Yes. Drops. Yeah. Those things will get, what, 50, 60, 70 pounds.
I have no clue who that person is, but that's a Spanish mackerel.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah,
big,
I just googled Spanish mackerel.
big
And what happens if you stick it with a fork, Mandy?
What do you mean?
If you
fork and a
hit it with
mackerel.
a fork with your mackerel, what happens?
I don't know. I don't have
Holy
to try to
mackerel.
hit it with a
Bad vision. You're fired. Boy.
Yeah, okay. You got me on that one. Spanish mackerel is so good.
It is.
I don't go freshwater fishing or lake fishing or anything like that. It was always mangroves or out in the ocean.
Yes, Grace, that was the dad joke.
That was a very bad dad joke. It's almost as bad as some of mine.
Yeah. All right, guys, I need to get going to bed.
Think I'll be doing the same here
Okey-dokey.
shortly.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Be
Good
safe.
Good night,
out there.
Molly. Night, Jason.
Good night, and always remember, please be kind to one another out there in the wilderness.
Only if they're kind.
Yeah, but not in the city. Anybody in
Yeah.
the city, it's fair game. You can just stick a finger right in their eye and walk away.
Good night.
Later.
Good
Have a good
night.
night, Jason Molly. See you guys on Wednesday.
Alrighty.
Hey, Deb.
All right. And there's Deb.
Hi, Deb. How was the dance?
She's having a great time.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry, Deb. Good night, Deb. Good night, Obstacle. Good night, Grace.
Good night,
And
John
whoever is
Boy.
left inside the chat. Oh, yeah,
He's
Blake.
not here.
Drops.
Take care, guys. See you on the next one. Happy gardening. All right, I'm going to enter here, folks. Deb, I hate to say this, but you popped in at the probably the worst time ever. But I'm glad that you had a good time at the dance musical thingy. So we will see you back next week, hopefully. Everybody that was in here tonight, Drops, Jason, Molly, Amanda, Colin, Jenny, no Ian because Ian's at the house, Obstacle, Grace, Deb,
Night, Obstacle.
that guy
Good
that
night,
popped in for like
everyone.
3 minutes, Blake, Nick Johnson, take down
J2.
Rob, everybody, Tiny. Thank you all for joining me tonight. My head looks weird. But y'all have a good
That's
one.
fine.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side. This will be Fox It Outdoors and in the stream here in about